All right. Besiyata Dishmaya, we are going to be learning Neshama Neshima. It's an amazing book on Jewish breathwork. We're on the 144th page at the bottom, and we're going into a chapter on Rav Efim Svirsky. Rav Efim Svirsky was a big teacher and therapist, an expert, and he taught a way of like calming down the body and relaxing the body and getting into a very relaxed state. And he teaches in one of his techniques of how to breathe with the Creator, how to breathe with your God. And he explains first how to get into a state of very, very, very calm, relaxed mode of the body. And then he takes us to a different level. Let there be light. And he says like this, Svirsky says like this, Kasher atem b'matzav zeh shel arpaya. When you're in this mode of relaxation, where your body is soft, calm, loose, after a nice big sigh, a big exhale, makdu atzmechem b'nishima shelachem. Focus yourself on your own breathing. Atem olchim linshom biyachad im haboreh. You're going to go breathe together with the Creator. B'chol pam she'atem shoafim, anytime you take an inhale, idborenu bekach she'avir she'atem shoafim hu idgalut shel haboreh. Contemplate how the air that you are inhaling is a revelation of the Creator. Energia chaya asher hu henik lechem. It's live energy that Hashem is giving to you, so to say, nursing you from. האף שלכם, הסימפונות שלכם, הינם חלק מהבורא. Your nose, your pipes, your lungs, every part of you is a part of the Creator. אין אתם מתקיימים בלעדיהם. You cannot exist without these parts. הביטו כמה יפה, כמה נפלא, הכל אורגן. Look how beautiful this is, look how wonderful it is. Everything's organized, everything's coming together. אתם שואפים, והאנרגיה של הבורא נכנסת לתוככם ומחיה את הכל. You just take an inhale, and the energy of the Creator is going into you and just bringing life to everything. היא נותנת לכם חיים. היא נותנת לכם כוח. It gives you life. It gives you, that air is giving you life, and it's giving you the power you need throughout your day. שאפו כמה נשימות, והתרזקו בעובדה שהאוויר הזה הוא הבעה של הבורא. Take a few deep breaths, contemplate and understand that these breaths that you're taking is the expression, it is the desire, it is the will of Hashem. ביחד עם האוויר אתם שואפים גם אנרגיה רוחנית. Together with the air, there's spiritual energy that's coming in. And now just contemplate on the fact that this breath is also from the Creator. בשעת הדיבור אנחנו נושפים. When we come to speak, right, we are exhaling. כשעלינו לאתגר את עצמנו אל מעבר לגבולותינו הגופניים. Right, essentially when our words come out, we're leaving our limitations of our body. That word is going to come out of you. It's going to leave your essence, it's going to leave your body, and it's going to go out into the world. גם אז, סליחה. That's not true what I just said, but that's not what was written here. When we do something physical that causes stress on the body or work from the body, right? Like working out, going for a run, fixing something that takes a little bit of sweat and what they call elbow grease, right? So when we do that, so too, we are exhaling and we're pushing out this energy. הנשיפה עשויה לסייע מאוד בתקשורת. The inhale, the breathing can help a lot with communication, כולל תקשורת עם הבורא, including connection and communication with the Creator. כשאתם נושפים או מתענכים, עשו גם זאת עם הבורא. When you inhale, right, or when you sigh and let out a nice exhale, do that also with the Creator. גם התמקדו בלקיחת כמה שאיפות ונשיפות. הרגישו שאין זה משנה אם אתם שואפים או נושפים. כך או כך, אתם ביחד עם הבורא. Do a little bit of inhaling and exhaling and realize that it doesn't matter whether you're inhaling or exhaling, you're doing it with the Creator. Right? A lot of times we've talked about in this book how the breathing is Ratzov V'Shov. Right? I'm running, I'm taking the inhale to bring in Hashem into me, and I'm exhaling all of the problems out. On a certain level, that's still not full God consciousness. Here he's taking it to a deeper place. Your inhale and your exhale, it's both with Hashem. It's all with Hashem. הרגישו את ההבדל בין השיניים, feel the difference בין השניים, אבל זכרו ששניהם ביטויים של הבורא. Look at the difference, recognize the difference between an inhale and an exhale, but realize that they're both coming from the Creator. כשאתם נושמים, when you breathe, הרשו לעצמכם להרפות עמוק יותר ויותר. Allow yourself to soften up more and more and more. The more you breathe and you focus on this breathing, again, this is a part of his book where he's already taught us how to calm down and soften up the body, right? But now he's bringing it back. Now that you're soft and you're focusing on your breathing and you realize that you're with the Creator and the inhale and the exhale are with the Creator, now try to focus more and more and soften the body, loosen up the body even more. עמוק יותר ויותר. אינכם נמצאים עם הבורא עכשיו. You are now with the Creator. התרגיל הזה יוסיף לכם הרבה אנרגיה. This practice, this method will add you a lot of energy. וירענן וימריץ אתכם. It will freshen you up and give you a boost of energy. אפילו כמה דקות עם הבורא, even if it's just a few minutes with the Creator. Now that you're in this deep relaxation, you will get an additional high boost of energy. And pay attention that your inhales and your exhales take a lot less effort. When you get soft in your body and you're loosened up and you're relaxed, it takes a lot less effort to breathe. You almost don't even need to push the air out. You can just let it flow out of your mouth, right? Pushing air, that takes effort. You want to get to a point where you're inhaling and exhaling nearly without any effort. Just on automatic. It's as if you're breathing by yourself. But you're not, because you got there from a very focused place, right? We all breathe on autopilot by ourselves, without any knowledge. Here we're not saying that. Calm the body down, focus on your breathing, and focus on your breathing so much that you're breathing with the Creator to the point that you realize that it's really the Creator that's making you breathe at any moment, and then your inhale and your exhale don't take effort. You can't hear them. You can't hear yourself going, there's no sound. It's just, I was also exhaling there. You don't hear a word. I couldn't even hear myself. Right? But when you get into a deeper state of meditation where everything is soft, that happens in a much more nicer flow. Like we learned with the Baal Shem Tov, Titzak libam el Hashem. Their hearts screamed at Hashem, screamed out to Hashem. Why not their mouths screamed out to Hashem? They screamed to Hashem. Baal Shem Tov says, the more Dveikut you have, the more of attachment you have to the Creator, the quieter everything is. The less you move, the quieter your prayer is. You don't need to clap on your hands a bunch of times. You don't need to dance around. You don't need to scream out voices. If you do need it to arouse the inner voice, okay, so use it for a second or two. First word, first sentence. And after that, you're meant to get into a state where you're so aligned with the Creator that everything is quiet. Everything is calm. Everything is soft, loose, happening by itself without any effort. Okay, at that moment, יתבוננו בעובדה שמעצמו פירושו תחת שליטה מוחלטת של הבורא. What does it mean, I'm breathing by myself? So to say the breath is happening by itself. What's itself? Himself. מעצמו. In Hebrew, you don't have itself. You have it's herself or himself. We in English, if we have to translate it, we would say itself. But in Hebrew, it's not proper. There is no parv gender. There is he or she. And when you say your breathing is happening by itself, you're saying your breathing is happening by himself. Who's himself? It's Hashem. It's Hashem that's causing that flow through you. Itmakdu bikach. Then focus on that. Meaning we got calm. We started to focus on our breathing. We connected our breathing to our Creator. We realized that the breathing at that point, when we focus on the Creator so much, is just kind of happening by itself. What does that mean? Just contemplate on, go beyond that. God is the one literally at every single second flowing life in and out of me. And that's just Him, non-stop. This is a process. I've done it. That's why I'm able to summarize it like this, right? But that's the flow, where you calm down, get it really loose, and then you're going to figure out that there's a flow of life. There's just a flow. What is the flow? So you can get caught up in the flow, right? When we do breathing here, sometimes also this swing of like, right there, right? You want to get to a point where you don't even hear it. You're not even doing effort to do it. It's just happening. And in that moment, you're going to realize the harmony of the creation, the harmony of the Creator. 3 more lines. כעת בספירה של 5, צאו ממצב של הרפאיה עמוקה. Right now, count down to 5 and come out of this deep, loose softness. אתם יוצאים לאתכם ממצב של הרפאיה ביחד עם הבורא. And now at this 5-second count, and when you're coming out of this softness and you're coming back to yourself, you're leaving that softness with the Creator as well. You're going back into life with the Creator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you can open your eyes. But Hashem's there with you, right? Tzat Hashem. The next time we learn, we're going to be learning from the Rebbe Shlita, Rav Itzhak Morgenstern, Tzat Hashem. Some deep Torahs of how we understand Kabbalistically what's going on in the upper mochin when we breathe and we inhale. Tzat Hashem. Barach.